I'm here to tell you guys today that you do not, under any circumstances, owe your coworkers anything. I'm making this video message because in the workplace, a lot of people sometimes will get comfortable with their coworkers and they will truly believe that they have real, pure relationships and connections with people in the workplace. But I want you guys to start being a little bit more selfish in the sense of not easily trusting and becoming comfortable with the people that you work with. When you are at work, why are you at work? You are at work to do whatever your job title is, get your paycheck, and go home. That is why you work on a day-to-day basis. I don't care how high your level of work is or how low it is. But unfortunately, in the workplace, there are people who feel like you are obligated to share your personal life with them. They feel that you are obligated to tell them things about you and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. You will also come across people in the workplace that are actually sleeping with each other. And when this type of stuff goes on in a workplace, indirectly, it could possibly affect you because keep in mind, if somebody makes a decision to sleep with a team lead or they decide to sleep with a manager or someone in HR, if it's a guy that's sleeping with that woman in that position, that woman can start to develop strong feelings for the man if she doesn't have it already. And if she sees that man she's sleeping with interacting with other women or becoming friends with other women, if she is jealous, she will begin to attack you and come at you because she's angry. And it's control. And so this is why I don't believe in a workplace that people should sleep with their coworkers. Years ago, I made a video and I talked about that because it becomes so unprofessional. It's really messy. And if somebody is in a certain position and you're having sex with them and you cut it off, sometimes you will see the person in that position, their life becomes a living hell with that particular man or woman that they were sleeping with. And I also want you guys to keep in mind that where you're feeling like and believing you're cool with certain men and women in the workplace, if you were to get fired today or you were to quit and leave your job, a lot of these people that you're sitting talking to at lunch, a lot of these people that you're calling after work, a lot of these people that you're text messaging, a lot of these people that you're meeting up with at bars and clubs, or you're allowing them to come into your home and you're introducing your family to them, once you no longer work at that job, no matter how you left the job, these are the same people that will, number one, they won't even call you. They will no longer call you. They will no longer text you. They will no longer check up on you. And they will also talk about you. They might not even have information on why you got let go or why you decided to leave. They will just start making up stuff or making assumptions about you. But they will still never contact you and come to you about why you personally left the job. So I want you guys, in a sense, to become more selfish with spreading yourself around the workplace, and being comfortable and believing that bosses and team leads and managers and even particular employees are 100% trustworthy. And I want you guys to think about being so comfortable in a sense of believing that a lot of people you work with are your friends. Now, it's a given in the workplace, there may be a couple of people that you meet and they do become a real friend. There are people in the workplace you meet and they become very trustworthy. You trust them. They are very mature. You can share certain things with them and it stays between you and them. But in a lot of situations, that is not always the case, especially from the beginning. You were not there. you came in on the butt end of people that have already been with their particular company for 5 or 10 or 15 years. You have to be very careful with that. And you also have to sometimes watch your interactions with coworkers, because like I told you all in an older video I made, when you have these connections with coworkers and things hit the fan and go down, if it's time for promotion or if it's time for you to move up, you're blocked and you're at a standstill, because you would be perceived a certain way if that particular coworker is a messy, problematic person. And that's real talk. That's what I want you guys to understand in my video message. I have been very uncomfortable in the workplace, even when I see coworkers. When it's time to go to lunch, everybody sits together at lunch. I have never been comfortable with that, because in my opinion, this is me. You all don't have to take this part of the advice. You can live your life the way you see fit. But I've been uncomfortable because people sometimes, without you voluntarily sharing certain personal things about yourself, they will begin to try to invade your personal life, and they want to know a lot of intricate details of how you live, where you live, how did you get the particular car that you have, how did you get the house that you live in. They're asking, are you married? They're asking, are you single? They're asking, is it a particular person you like? They're asking about your children. They're asking how old they are and what do they do. Some people are very, very meddlesome, and they are extremely nosy. And I have been very uncomfortable with that. I'm the type of person, if I don't know you, and if I am not voluntarily telling you certain things about me, don't ask me these questions. Because if I'm not telling you certain things, and if I am not connecting myself with you on a day-to-day basis, I'm basically showing you pretty much how I feel about you. I'm showing you that you're really not important to me in that sense, and I don't really care about what you have going on. And I don't want to share anything about who I am in my fullness and what I have going on in my life. You guys know sometimes people want to know a lot about you, and certain information you give them, they use it against you later down the line. And so in this entire video message, like I said, you don't owe your coworkers anything. You all have to stop being so comfortable. I have been at work and I have seen the very people that you'll see congregating and sitting together at lunch, and they're kicking it with each other after work, or they sleeping with each other after work, and they're texting and calling each other and talking for hours outside of work. These are the very people that when their alleged friends at work turn their back, they will come around you or other people and talk about the very people that they sit with at lunch, or that they sleeping with, or that they're close friends with at work, and they'll talk about them like a dog and tell all of their business. This is why I always kept myself separate. There were a few people that I was cool with, and I did talk to them at work, and it was a couple of them, literally a couple of them outside of work. They would text me and I would have a couple of small conversations with them. But I never crossed those lines, because I know how fake people can be. And I know sometimes if it's a coworker that's close with another one, they will put them up to getting close to you so they can find out information about you. This is how immature some overgrown men and women are in the workplace. So I just felt a need to make this video, because so many people battle and deal with different situations and issues in the workplace. And some people have dealt with things where it has led to them being lied on, and from that lie and vicious rumors being spread, they've gotten fired, or they have had to just leave and remove their self from that particular company and that particular job. Because as I stated before, if it's somebody that's sleeping with a worker that works there, and they see them talking to you, or they're cool with you, they will fly into a rage and be jealous about it, and they will begin to bully and harass you and do things to you, because that spirit in them just does not want you there. And so sometimes The way you win the game is to simply not play it. Simply. It can be humbling. You may feel that it's unfair, but sometimes that's how you actually win the game. You just don't play it. You take yourself out the situation and you remove yourself and you get out the toxic workplace. Some places of employment can become very messy and very toxic. Anytime you see managers, supervisors, and team leads coming to work, and they are literally involved in gossip and he said, she said, or team leads and supervisors and managers are literally having sex with the workers up under them, it becomes messy and toxic. And if indirectly they're lashing out at you for simply saying hi to somebody or being cool with them, or just the simple fact they don't know your connection to certain people that they're sleeping with or that they're cool with, and they want to know, and because they don't know, they'll just start to do stuff to you. Don't play the game, people. Remove yourself and you go to a new job or a new company where you are respected, where you are appreciated, and where it is not a toxic, tense work environment. You should never have to go to work and keep defending who you are. You should never have to go to work and keep trying to prove to different people in upper management who you are. You're telling them I didn't say this or I didn't do this, or they have certain team leads or managers or supervisors that are highly manipulative and they got stuff going on with them too in upper management, and they have certain, inappropriate connections with them as well, or certain workers as well, and they believe whatever that particular team lead or supervisor or manager is saying. Take yourself out the equation, honey. God will make a way. When you pray about that and when you are dealing with that, God will snatch you up out of these situations so quick. He will pull you up out that jam real quick. So that's what my video message is. Watch your interaction with these people. Watch what you tell people that you work with. Be very, very careful information that you give them about you personally. Be very careful. Keep conversations general. And make sure these people at your workplace, watch them and make sure that their characters have been tested, tried, and true. A lot of people in the workplace, they get connected to people they work with real quick. And I've just never understood it. When people start sleeping with people that they work with, some of these people, this is a progression with them. They've had sex with people at other jobs they work. And when that didn't work out or things hit the fan, they get embarrassed and they quit and they go to the next job. And then as time goes on, they start to fall into that same pattern again. And it keeps going on and on and on. It's like a perpetual thing. That's what my video message is. You are in the workplace to work, showcase your talent and your skill, get your paycheck every week or every 2 weeks or once a month or your salary or whatever, and go home. If you are blessed in a sense, you have some coworkers that they are trustworthy and they have been a big blessing to you. Some people have actually fallen in love with somebody they work with and they go on and get married and have children. But you all know, just like I know, that's not everybody's story. On a day-to-day basis, that is not, you're not going to hear love stories for the most part when you're talking to people in their job. Some people are outside of work, they so disgusted they don't even want to talk about any of their co-workers or hear anything about work. That's what my video message is. You guys know I love you. I gotta go now. I'll try to come back soon. And if anyone that viewed this video message is angry at me today because of what I made, it doesn't matter, because I know you will forgive me in the morning.